Hello everybody, this is Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout 2. Well, I did eventually get this figured out, and I'm going to show you because, now there's a few guides online which claim that you can do something, but I think in the last version of the game, they patched it, it didn't work, at least if you're trying to do things the subtle way. But here's what worked for me. Turns out this is a very time-sensitive mission. So the minute that we get the gate open, we have to run. And we're not going to talk to the kid. We're not going to do anything clever. Need to find that sweet spot where the door is. Otherwise this won't work. I think I can probably re-glitch it and screwed it, but you know what? Anyway, the point being that the gate automatically closes after X amount of seconds. And as near as I can tell, there is no trigger for getting the gate open again, apart from showing the pass to the guard that you can't see on the other side of the gate. So what we have to do is very quickly feed him 5 super stim packs. Unfortunately, my companion's closing the doors behind me is not helping this. And yeah, I did pull this off on the first try before, but near as I can figure, there is no way to do this apart from managing to get in there, get out. Because if we wait 10 minutes out here, he'll succumb to the effects of the chems, and yeah. But yeah, you can see the gate effectively blocks us from being able to get to the guard here. And the guards here won't do anything, and we can't do anything with controls. The only thing I've found in the notes that they said would work was that you can try and just keep trying to repair the emitter, or the force field emitter, and eventually it'll break, but and if you got Vic here, he can try and work on it, but that doesn't work either. And we don't get the option to do a science or a repair. So yeah, really the only way to do this, unless you want to shoot everybody, and even then they won't open the force field to come get you on the other side, is to just run and dash for it. Luckily, I saved my game at the point where Mr. Weston was dead and I managed to escape. At least I think that was the proper save. Yeah, I've only got the 1 super stim pack left. And if I check my status, you know, I haven't turned the quest in yet, but if I check New Reno, I should have... Yeah, Murder Carlson has been done. Assassinate Boss Reno has been done. I did help guard the transaction, so I just need to go back and talk to him about that, but that's not going to happen. So, we have done pretty much everything we need to do for the bosses in order to become a made man for the family of our choosing, but we haven't done anything for the family we actually want to work with if we want to turn New Reno into a somewhat respectable and, well, not quite law-abiding, but at least the people running things are trying to do right for everybody who's there. Oh yeah, I didn't pay Doofus this time, but car is still there. And he just said something very weird about I like cats, that's what I watch, and anyway. You know, weirdly enough, that one Morton brother who killed me off a couple of videos back. Caravan fending off wolves. You know what? Just because I could trade with them, and I hit the wrong button. But, okay. I was going to stop and help them. Do you want to encounter a gang? Oh, why not? Gang of what? Oh, there they are. Me without a gun. How embarrassing. Yeah, these guys really had no idea what they were getting in for. $320 XP. That was even less than the mantises from last time. And Flamer. Alright, we'll head to the east side this time. Anyway, this is the home of the Wright family. The ones who run all the booze in town. Dead Straight Stranglefield hears about his taken jet. Yeah? Who are you? I'm Chris Wright of Family Wright. Glad you asked. Looking for a job. Is Family Wright hiring? Well, I mean, the Wright family, my family, they might not have an opening. I ain't promising nothing, but go to the mansion south of here. Find my brother Keith and tell him I sent you. Name's Chris Wright. And Family Wright, who's that? You ain't heard of Family Wright? You must have been out in the desert too long. Family Wright's the biggest crime family in Reno. We can rule this city. Actually, I got the impression that they're the weakest of the families. I mean, they only deal in alcohol, they have no casino or chem trade, and their numbers are much less than the other families. Yeah, I'm not going to point that out. Anyway, mansion across the street. Well, for given value, a mansion, but we can't get there. Now we can. We just have to run around yonder. And go ahead and save the game. And clones of the same kid playing around. I don't know you, my dad doesn't know you, and if you don't start explaining, it ain't gonna matter. Who are you? I'm Keith Wright of Family Wright, and are you gonna tell me what you're doing here? Chris told me to stop by, I'm looking for work. Can you help me? Chris sent you, huh? That's right, he said you might have some work for me. Hold on. Knocks on the door. Pa? Sticks his head in, mumbling. You go on in, but watch out. Dad's in a pissy mood. Thank you. Wrinkles cover this old man's face. It looks like any expression other than a scowl is foreign to him. Only a few brown hairs are left on his thick gray hair. Start talking, tribal. Who are you and what do you want? I'm a simple traveler working for work. My name's Matt. I'm interested in a job. Let's go polite and formal. No shit. Well, pleased to meet you, Matt. Glad you stopped by. Damn neighborly of you. Sneer crumbles into a frown. Looking to work in Family Wright, eh? Yes, So happens my family is family right. Blood thicker than water and all. What makes you think I'd want tribal trash like you in my family? All the hitmen I need. Give me a test then. Let me prove myself. Alright, maybe you not being family could be a good thing. You got children? Not to my knowledge. One of my sons, my boy Richard, passed away recently. Chem overdose. Jet. How can I help? I want to know what dealer gave that shit to Richard and forced him to take it. Every time I send my boys to find out, they turn up nothing. Maybe somebody who ain't got right blood could get some answers. I'll take the job. Alright then, now look, you find that son of a bitch who killed my boy. Don't you touch him. You just come back and tell me the dead man's name. I'll take care of it from there. Any leads? Wait. No, everybody's too scared to talk, to a right anyway. If I were you, I'd question some of the Reno chem pushers, see what they know. That jet came from somewhere. Find the person who gave him the jet, don't hurt him, just come back, tell you, got it. Alright. So, our first test. Time to start questioning the local drug dealers, and I know just the one to start questioning. And lag spike. We have Orville Wright. You know, this may take a while. This might be a good time for you to go and get yourself a cheese sandwich or make a snack, something healthy. Because I have to sit through this, but well, I hope you keep sitting through it too. Otherwise, I don't have an audience. Note to self, include note at to which point people can skip the lag burst on the description for this video. Yeah, at least I'm not on Twitch, then this would be really annoying. Hard to have live streaming video if it's not really live or streaming. And it is not streaming at all. That liver boy there looks like a likely prospect for questioning regarding drug use in this town. And still trying to get a cursor to come up. Help. Finally. Okay, that's actually a pimp, not a drug dealer. But they're all saying they got my back. There we go, chem dealer. What have you got? Okay, he does not have anything useful. But this chem dealer... Hey, I'm in the presence of greatness. For you, friend, my stack's on special. Tell your friends about me, alright? What do you got? Well, in fact, he does have stem packs. Well, I don't think we're going to need that at any point in the future. And if I do, I know where to find them. Okay. Jagged Jimmy J. This man has a slight facial scar, or a slight facial tick and a scar down one of his cheeks. The scar looks like a knife wound. Brother, I have my eye on you since you walked down the street. You know what I see? What do you see? I see a pilot. I see somebody who wants to fly, you know. Just need a little help, a little jet. Look, I'm not... Yeah, and you pilot your friend. When it comes to jet, Jagged Jimmy J's your man. I've got the best shit in New Reno, pure jet, straight jet, the safest jet. Jagged Jimmy J. I say I had some questions. Yeah, I had some questions. Let's see, how'd you get that scar? Yeah, so you said before your jet's the safe. There isn't any bad jet floating around, is there? Just ask that. Hey, you look familiar to Jimmy. Do I know you, my pilot friend? I fought in the boxing ring. That's it. I knew I seen you somewhere before. Damn, why didn't you just pull that from the start? Put Jimmy in his place. Heck, what can I do for you? Well, I wanted something else. And yes, he does have jet and stem packs. Getting back to the subject of, I want some jet. I do not actually want some jet. Interested in something else. How do you get that scar, Jimmy? Jagged Jimmy J has got a lot of love, my pilot friend, but the world don't always love Jagged Jimmy J back, see? Don't I know it? Sometimes the world's a cruel place. Points at the scar. I got this when I was stopping this one big ugly son of a bitch from hitting this chick because she didn't like the way he was touching her, right? Serious, man? Guys who beat up women deserve to be laid low. Gives me a fight stance. So I step in and I pulls a knife on JJ. I ain't got nothing on me but my bare hands. So he gets in a lucky cut before I, bam, cancels that. No shit. I don't think I could have had the iron to step in like that. Hell, that could have killed you. He almost did too, you know, when I got into it. I wasn't thinking me, I'm like going to be Mr. Brave Man and all, but you just did what was natural to you, right? Yeah, and then I saw something wrong and I just had to do something, right? No, I could let something like that go on while I was on the scene, you know? You got balls to do what you did, Jimmy. Most people would just hung their heads, walked away. I like people, and I ain't liking when somebody messes with somebody just because they can. That shit's wrong. You're a brave man, Jimmy. Wear that scar with pride. Can I see what you have in stock? Or, yeah, I had some questions. You know who gave that Wright kid the jet that killed him? Ah, so now it comes out, doesn't it? You want to know if old Jimmy got something to do with that? No, I was just that. Fuck you. I sell clean shit. You want to know who poisoned the Wright kid? You ask that fool Renesco or that weasel Jules and see what they say. Okay, calm down. You listen good. If I hear you talking shit about me having anything to do with that Wright kid's death, I'll make sure you have a grave and go golfer right next to him. Dead, huh? Like Richard? Okay, Jimmy has a bit of a temper on him, clearly. But I do not feel the need to try and make a point. My companions, on the other hand... Oh, hell. And one of the prostitutes just used jet, and Sullick nearly killed me, trying to kill the guy trying to kill me. Well, great. I'm going to have every whore in town trying to kill me over this. Okay, so he did suggest talking to either Renesco or Jules. And I'm going to go to Renesco because I haven't had any lag problems trying to go talk to him, as opposed to trying to go down Virgin Street. Yep. Did you sell Jet to Richard Wright? Don't you ever try and pin that accusation on me. You need to know who did it. Ask Tweedledee and Tweedledummer if they're still selling Jet laced with arsenic. Tweedledum and Tweedledummer, who are they? That vulture Jules and that lion reprobate Jagged Jimmy. Jules always perched near the entrance of town. You're looking for ignorant visitors to victimize, and Jagged Jimmy deals on 2nd Street with the rest of the Reno cattle. They said to ask you. They said you sell bad shit that kills people. Look, you primate, you don't even know what you're babbling about. Never mind, I had some other question. Open your mouth again, and even a whisper, even a hint reaches Mr. Wright that I or you, if I had anything to do with that boy's OD, our lives aren't worth Brahmin shit. If that happens... Oh, so, if that happens, you tribal shit, I swear you'll die before I do. Now, for the last time, that kid never bought shit from me, understand? Don't ever say his name in here ever again. Jules say he didn't sell the kid, Jimmy says he didn't sell the kid, you say he didn't sell the kid. Either you're all lying or somebody else is responsible. Or can you tell me anything else about Richard Wright, who he hang out with, how he might have used chems? Yes, you stupid bastard. I told you not to say his name in here. Get out. If I see you again, I'll shoot you dead. If Mr. Reckham's looking for me, he thinks I killed this boy, you'll die first. Okay. Guilty conscience much, but somehow I think that he didn't have anything to do with it. Even though the word is that Renesco does deal a lot of shoddy chems. Of course, if it turns out that Jimmy J was the one who did it, well, we kind of just blew our contract of not having the guy who did it get killed. So I hope it's Jules, because otherwise this is going to be really awkward. Okay, lagging a bit, but not as bad. At least it's responding. Here we go. Alright, Jules. Let's see what you know. Hey, welcome back. What is it you need from Jules, my friend? You know what happened to Mr. Wright's son, Jules? Right, kid? Yeah, I heard about that. Damn shame. Kids his age shouldn't be doing chems. Got so much to live for without being given impure shit. Speaking of impure shit, Rensko said you sell jet laced with arsenic. You tell that bitch who keeps talking shit like that I'm gonna kill him before old man Wright does. You know what kind of talk that is? That's talk from a man who's scared. That's what it is. I see. Had some other questions. And we're going to get some chems. Chems Gaffney reel. Sure, let's deal. So, yeah. Okay. So, the local drug dealers really don't seem to have any clue. It might be best if we went back and asked for, Yes, you are the vault door. Yes, you found the water chip and beat the master. You are a hero. So, yeah. We don't really have any clear leads. I suspect maybe we might want to go looking for more clues elsewhere. Actually, is that a chem dealer? Yeah, that's a chem dealer. What do you got? And a bunch of weapons, but nothing strictly speaking that we need. Okay. I think we could use a more substantial clue, and maybe talking to the rest of the Wright family, at least the more friendly ones who gave us the job in the first place, might get us some answers. But we'll just see. Can you tell me about Richard? Richard, we found dead in one of the gutters like one of those jet crashers. And here's we can figure someone pumped him with chems until he was dead. Someone because he took too much. How do you know he didn't overdose because he took too much? Or who do you figure might have done it? My guess is the Mordinos. Either one of their dealers or one of the Mordino family themselves. Bastards make tons off Jet. Much of the dealers you think sold it to Richard. Could have been any of them. Jagged Jimmy J, that scarred prick at the Skinner of Virgin Street, or Renesco the Rocket Man, that lazy old shoe who sells Jet out of that fortified shell up on the west side. Any other dealers? Jules at the head of the town sells Jet, but he mostly sells to tourists. There's little Jesus Mordino. He might push the chems on Rich while Rich was out alone. He hangs out the Desperado. Yeah, got some other questions. I guess this is the Mordino. Seems like a good guess. And since we are all but practically a made man for the Mordinos, hey, no lag this time. Oh, wait, this is the Bishop's Club, not the... And those gangsters standing out front kind of froze me. Hey, a big bad mother, a big old fighter. Man, you're good. Hey, thanks, old Jesus. I had some questions for you. What you saying with Renino? You think about Richard Wright overdosing on Jet? That little pissy ain't right, kid. Ha! You try and pin that shit on me? You're out of luck. I don't have the little fuckers dead, but I heard... Ain't sorry the little fuckers dead, but I had nothing to do with it. Oh, yeah, Mordino's the biggest suppliers of Jet and Reno. That makes you the first ones who are going to take the blame. Or I don't believe you. I think you're the one responsible, you and the rest of the Mordinos. Or who do you figure might have done it? Yeah, Renesco the Rocket Man sells so much Jet he could shoot you to the moon. He's on the west side in Salvatore territory. He don't like the Wrights none, and his chems aren't pure, you know what I'm saying? He can't be the only dealer in a town this size. No, there's others, but Renesco's the one who does it. What makes you say that? Because he's a half-blind cracker of a mean streak a mile wide who sells bad shit, that's why. You go see him, and you see what he says about the Wright kid, then you'll see I'm right. Whatever dealers are there. Those Jules out in front of town impels mostly in newcomers. Jagged Jimmy J up on 2nd Street by the gym. Can't miss that punk ass because he cut his face up one night while on Jet. It's so bad his face is all scars. I hear you deal to Tim's too, Jesus. How come your name isn't on that list? 'Cause, motherfucker, I ain't a dealer. I may sell Jet sometimes, but I'm little Jesus Mordino, not some 2-bit jet-pushing punk that's got to work 10 customers a day just make enough to eat, so fuck you. Easy, easy, just curious. I had some other questions. Yeah? And we can ask again. Say, yeah, well, you're the biggest suppliers. Eisner, now look, I ain't had nothing to do with that kid's death. I don't know what you heard, but if I killed that kid, I would have carved him up, not made him crash and burn on Jet, see? You know who sold him the Jet? Yeah, Renesco the Rocket Man. Sells so much Jet he could shoot you to the moon. Alright, I'll check it out. Thanks, Jesus. So, yeah, looks like, based on all the available evidence and the fact that we heard that Renesco has been selling bad drugs for a while. He might be the best bet, but I get the feeling we may have a little bit more investigating to do before we start laying out accusations. So I'm going to go ahead and close this chapter out here, and next time we will talk around a little bit more and see if we can figure out definitively who the killer was. We'll see you next time.